Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do something I've been talking about for a little while now. We're going to do a recap of my entire collection of rare splits. This March 18th is actually going to make 1 year since our first Shiny Hand episode, and I figured, hey, what's a better time than now? But I also did want to use this video to promote the next Shiny Hunting episode. You know, like I said, we've been doing this for a year. I'm always looking for ways to improve and add and do things a little bit different. And you guys are always leaving me comments about your amazing splits, you know, on each Shiny Hunting episode. And rather than talk about it, I would love to see it, and not only see it, but also put them in our video, feature them in the video. So I would like to start doing viewer submissions. Now, unfortunately, Twitter's probably going to be the best option here. I don't run a Discord server. You can't really communicate that well on YouTube. So what I'm going to do, down in the description, I'm going to link my Twitter feed. And all I'm going to do, the next episode is going to be Shiny Hunting episode 16. And so I'm going to make a thread that just says, viewer submissions for Shiny Hunting episode 16. Go in there, drop me a snapshot of your favorite split for the month, or if you can't decide on one, leave me a couple and I'll pick. Also, leave me your name you'd like to go by. I know some people's Twitch handle and YouTube handle is not the same, so leave me whatever name you'd like to go by, and yeah, I'll feature you in the next Shiny Hunting episode. If people like doing it, if they're interested in it, we'll continue to do it. If they're not, you know, we won't. No harm, no foul. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool to show off some of y'all's amazing splits alongside mine in the episode. All right, with all that out the way, let's take a look at all my inks and golds and my Crackle Flare. My collection right now, I got it written down, is 15,465. And as most of y'all know, I usually go pretty wide. I like to have a lot of cards, not just one card that I've finally gotten the perfect split on. So yeah, we're gonna take a look, and the first card that we have here is the Hood. This was one of my very first ink cards, and you know, the cool part is it's a 2-for-1 deal here, right? You do get the Inked Demon as well. I play a lot of the Hood, especially early on in those Destroy days, and you know, now with Junk. Yeah, kind of nostalgia here, going back down memory lane. All right, next up, this is in fact the very first ink I ever acquired. I wasn't even doing Shiny Hunting episodes back then, but yeah, I remember when this variant came out, I was super excited for it, got it, and split it a ton. I didn't even understand inked and gold back then, but yeah, this is the first card that I ever got inked. We got this inked Deadpool. You know, we've gotten quite a few splits on our boy Deadpool. We've got an ink, a gold Crackle Flare. We will look at those in a little bit, but yeah, this is a nice solid ink, I think, as well. I gotta love the tacos. Now, we did get this ink on Kitty Pryde, and we've never split her since. Unfortunately, she's definitely not the card she once was. Don't see a whole lot of play anymore, but I'm sure her time will come back around. But for a while, this card she was everywhere. But you know, things come and go. Next up, we have this black inked Nova. Definitely one of my very first splits, maybe in the first episode. I'd have to go back and look, but yeah, we got this Nova right here. I remember it did take us a little while to get the inked on the Spider Ham. Card's seeing a lot of play right now. I definitely enjoy this ink. It's very, when it comes to the inks in this game, there's some that are very dark and some that are a lot brighter. This is definitely one of the ones that's a lot brighter. Those tend to look a lot cleaner and a lot better. We do have the Korg. You know, you got to have good splits of the whole trio. You got to have Korg, Rock Slide, and Dark Ock. Of course, we do have good splits on all of them. We got this Beast. This is one of the darker ones, but yeah, I really like this Beast variant, so we got it in the ink. We got this Carnage here, another one of the dark ones, but you know, y'all know me, I like to have a full ink and a full gold in my Destroy. It's my favorite archetype, so a lot of cards split in the Destroy package. Then we do have the Collector in ink. This is probably one of my favorite ink cards to date, is the Max Grek Wolverine. I just think it looks great, especially with the black flare as well. Just an all-around good looking card. And then this was one of the very, very earliest inks that I have. I remember I got this and the She-Hulk ink, and this is one of my favorite ones because even though it's inked and doesn't have any color, you can see everything is very bright. Just a very clean looking card. All right, next up, we do have another Sunspot. I really love this variant. This was the variant that we got when Twitch first did drops, I believe. And yeah, just a good looking Sunspot variant. Next up, we do have Jeff. We are currently working on another Jeff variant that hasn't been splitting too well for us, but we're going to get there. But we do have this inked version. Now we do have the ink steampunk variant of Sentinel, and I do remember this being in several episodes. It did take me a little while to finally get the ink split on this card. We've got the inked Patriot. I've had this one for a little while as well. The Brood. We're going to have to split this one again. I love this. I mean, look at it in color. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to split it some more. I don't think we can leave that one just inked. Anyways, now on to one of the best splits we've ever had in a Shining Hunting episode. It's one of my favorite cards in my collection, and that is this God Split anime variant of Storm. This is a good card. Yeah, this is hot. Next up, we do have another good split. We've got the Rainbow Crackle Flare on our good boy Cosmo in ink. It's hard to complain. I love playing this card. Very good looking. May need to, once we get those new borders, we may need to animate it, give it a different border, but we'll have to see. We do have this Juggernaut. It probably would look better animated. It's one of the darker versions here, but all around good looking card. We do have the inked out Death Squawk. Like I said, a lot of destroy cards here. And then we do have this inked Spider-Man, but we also got another inked Spider-Man. We're moving on with the inked Zabu. This is another card that I plan on splitting later on. I just think it's too pretty of a card not to have some color in it. We do have this inked Lizard, our inked Ultimate Mystique. This is another one that's kind of dark, probably would look a little bit better animated, but yeah, this was one of my more favorite Ultimate cards, although I haven't been playing her that much here recently. And then when it comes to Storm, we got another hot split. We've got the ink with the red Crackle Flare. This was the very first card that I ever acquired that had a combo of the Crackle Flare with an either ink or gold finish. So yeah, I remember getting this one and being super excited many months ago. We do have another inked Deathlock, go figure. This was the other inked Spider-Man that I mentioned. We've got the inked Shuri. I really love this variant of Shuri. Then we've got the inked Steampunk Moon Girl. Remember picking this up, a very solid variant. We've got this inked Iron Man. This is one of those clean looking ones that's a little bit brighter. Really love this one. My first rare split on an Iron Man. Now y'all know this one. This one's pretty recent. I believe this was in the very latest Shining Hunting episode. This is an amazing looking card. I love this one so much. Play him in Thanos, throw him down there, Oof. This is one of those cards I can look at, stare at a little while here. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. And then we do have the Magneto. I would love to get this in gold, but the gray's not too bad either. I did actually bring this up to the purple border because I wanted it to have a little bit of effects. Definitely did not look good at the common base border. Moving on, we've got our first rare Darkhawk split, but there would be several others. But this is like I said, this is one of those clean ones where you can see everything in the ink. Good looking chibi. Gotta love it. Then we do have this Moon Girl variant. I really love this Moon Girl variant, and the ink looks good too. We got another inked Blue Marvel. I really love this variant, but you can't compete with the Zombie. The Zombie is just a better variant. It's got probably one of the best looking animated effects of any card in the game, but this one's solid too, especially with the blue flare going on. We've got the Devil Dino inked out here, looking good. Spider-Woman, this was a very early split. This might have been in the first episode, one or two, I believe. But you got the inked Spider-Woman, the inked She-Hulk. This is another one of my most favorite inks that I have, and that's actually the last ink that we have, and we're going to be moving on to the golds. We actually have, I believe, 39 inks. I think that's what I wrote down, 39 inks. Now, I do have more inks and golds that I'm not showing y'all today because I don't want to spoil any upcoming Shining Hunting episodes that are, they're already recorded. I don't want to spoil them. Just gonna have to wait, so I can't show those to you, but there are a few that aren't being featured today. That's okay. All right, so we're starting on with what I consider to be the best baby variant. Magneto. This is such a good looking card. I love the all the silverware, you know, floating around his head and his helmet made out of his, you know, his spoons and forks and knives. I just love this one. And like we said before, you know, Fruity Pebbles is the best cereal. No contest, no debate. I will fight you. It's Fruity Pebbles, not Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles. All right. Moving on, we got this nice Death. I love this one. I love a lot of the mech variants in the game. Death is no exception, and the gold with gold, it's hard to beat that combination. Back again with another Destroy card. We've got Deadpool, and this is my favorite split of Deadpool currently. We do have the gold Bucky Barnes with the Winter Soldier as well. Always gotta love getting more than one card, you know, like Loki or anything like that. But this card took me a little while to split, but it was definitely one of the very first cards that I got a gold split of. Look at that, another Destroy card. This still is one of my first splits and still one of my most favorite splits. Just a good looking split, and it's art germ. Everything's gold here. You know, you got the gold flare, the gold border, the gold background, that nice bright red. This might still be my favorite card. I don't know. It's just, I love it. I love Destroy. I love this. I love Art Germ. It's just doing something for me. Next up, we do have the 3099 variant of Scorpion. I just love the tail on this thing. Moving back and forth, very subtle, but the gold and the green, it's a great split here. Now, people were so upset that I actually spent gold on a Pixel. Well, I mean, look at this. Is just retro to me. This is like some, you know, Mega Man 90s, 80s, you know, regular Nintendo kind of stuff here. I love this Pixel variant. Then we got, you know, the red border, the red armor with the gold. This is so good. Oh, Sentinel, another Sentinel with the gold and the purple. It's hard to beat gold and purple too. I mean, this is just a good looking card. I would have loved to have gotten a purple Crackle Flare just to make this the ultimate split. You know, maybe one day, but it's still a good looking card. We got a Mech Lizard. This is another one kind of like Scorpion where the green and the gold just really, you know, it just works well together. I love this one as well. We've got the Golden Mystique. I don't remember what we got this card for. I don't know if this was in a package, a bundle, or I really honestly don't remember how we got this card, but I remember splitting it as soon as I got it. Good looking card here. We do have the Dan Hip Bishop in gold. I really love this one. Dan Hip doesn't miss, y'all. Next up, I do remember splitting Killmonger a ton before we got the gold. We actually have an ink on him as well. If I'll show that off down here. Might have missed it, but we do, you know, we do have the inked as well. So that's, I lied. We have 40 inks. I'm sorry. I did miss one. Next up, like I said, we got a good split on Korg. Gotta have a good split on Rock Slide. We got, you know, the Limbo variant. We got the black flare in the background, black on gold, the fire coming out of him. Yeah, this is a good variant. I don't see this variant played against me a whole lot. And you know, like I said, Korg, Rock Slide, Darkhawk. Now there was so much controversy around this card because this was the 3 times Darkhawk. People were upset. And I actually remember the video that I split it in. So as you know, YouTube creators, we can see people that like and dislike our video. And it's kind of funny, all of my Shining Hunting episodes usually were always at 100% like. This video had a ton of dislikes, and it was solely because I featured this card. Like, people were so upset about it. Hey, I get it. All right, it's fine. I'll take the dislikes, but regardless, it's a good looking card. It's a good looking card here. Now we're moving back on to a variant that y'all just saw. I actually do have an ink, a gold, and a Crackle Flare of this version. Like I said, when I got the Sunspot, I just started splitting it a ton. I really didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, so we do have the gold on this Winter Vacation Sunspot as well. We've got the Ultimate Venom. Such a good looking card. There's no bad splits for this card. But the gold and black, yeah, this is a good looking card here. Now we do have the Venomized Thor and Sif. Love these. I remember picking these up as well. I think Thor took me a little bit longer than Lady Sif did, but I do have the combo, you know, golden background. And then, yeah, we got the golden Lady Sif looking just as good here. Really, really love this combo. We got another Darkhawk. This one was less controversial than the previous, but again, another good looking Darkhawk with the gold on purple. I think I actually may like this one better than the 3X Darkhawk, but there's not, you know, really, there might be like one Darkhawk variant that I don't own, I don't think. But just a solid all around good card for a long time, and also one of the best looking, you know, cards in the game. Now we do have another ultimate variant on the White Queen. Don't get to play her that much, but I had to have this card. This was the first ultimate variant I ever picked up. We got the gold here. I may have to come back to this card one day. Maybe she finds some more play, try to get a little bit better split on her, get something with a Crackle Flare going, but really love this one as well. Now we do have this amazing split on our Taskmaster. You know, we've got the blue, you know, Kirby Crackle Flare going on with the gold background, blue border. The variant itself is cool, but you know, we also had to make it a little bit spicier, get a little bit better split on it. I really, really like this one. Then we do have the Golden Devil Dino. I love this card. I wanted this variant so bad. And yeah, they released this as well for a, I believe, Twitch drop. And yeah, so just a good hot looking card right here. We do have the Chibi Golden Sarah. We've got the Ultimate Axe version that we're currently trying to get good splits on, but this is a good one as well. We've got the Golden Legion. It's an okay card. You know, I usually don't split the base a whole lot, but I kind of prefer the base variant over, you know, the rest of his variants. We got another mech. You know, we've got the Red Skull, kind of like the Lady Death. Looking good here. Nice gold. And then I believe this is our last one. This is our Dr. Doom all gold. Like I said, you know, gold and green, you can't really go. There's a lot of colors that actually go well with gold, but we got the black flare, the subtle in the background. And then we do get the 2-for-1. Well, I guess it's, you know, 3-for-1 because you get multiple Doom bots. But yeah, you get the golden version of the Doom bots as well. And then lastly, we're going to be moving on to just the base Crackle Flares. And we don't have many of these, but we have a few. Now, like I said, I've got an Inca Gold and a Crackle Flare. We have the Rainbow Crackle Flare for the Sunspot variant as well. Yeah, I just couldn't get them to mesh. You know, I got the Inca Gold, but couldn't get it with their Crackle Flare, but that's all right. And then we did get this kind of Grinchmas Christmas kind of Deadpool here. We actually got it alongside a Carnage. But yeah, I like the variant. I don't know if I like this combination. I kind of left it for the Christmas video, but yeah, I got the red and the puke green. Got a lot of the green Crackle Flares, but yeah, you know, we do have this one. And then, like I said, we got the Carnage right, you know, back to back in that episode with some more green Crackle Flare here. Now, those that have been around the channel, y'all know me and this dude here, Mooster Fantastic. I have split this card a lot. Now, not as much as Sunspot is my most split card. I have 17 splits on Sunspot. I've split Mr. Fantastic here a bunch. And I can't get an ink or a gold on him. I can get a lot of other things. You know, I can get, let's see. I think I have 3 Crackle Flares on this variant alone. We've got the Rainbow Crackle Flare, right? And then we also have, it's going to be hard to tell, but there is a black Crackle Flare here. But no ink, no gold, and that's fine, but I don't play them a whole lot, so boosters are hard to come by. But, you know, maybe in year 2, we will finally get a split on him. But yeah, plenty of Crackle Flare, just no ink or no gold. It's a sore subject. Like I said, those that have been around the channel a while, they know. Now, when we were going for a good split on our Cosmo, we did end up getting a white Crackle Flare, which if you're going to get a Crackle Flare without an ink or a gold, I think white is always a good one. It shows up. And yeah, so this is a good looking card. We also got another white on our Deathlock before we got the ink split of him. Another good looking card. I like the color, you know, the card in color. And then the last card that we have in today's episode is this chibi Iron Man that we did get the purple crackle flare, but ultimately could not get an ink or gold, but definitely looks good here. I think purple's probably my favorite, you know, that's not rainbow of the crackle flare. It just shows up, it looks good, and I like it. So yeah, so like I said, my collection level is 15,465, and so I think I messed up originally, but that's 40 inks, 26 golds, and 9 base crackles, meaning 9 crackle flares that didn't come in a combo of ink or gold. So y'all let me know down in the comments a few things. If y'all have time to count it up, let me know what y'all are at, how many inks and golds are in your collection. Let me know. You know, this is like my year 1 collection. What's your favorite split so far? I think I'm still stuck on my Golden Carnage art journal. I really love the blue Marvel, you know, but y'all let me know some of y'all's favorites. And then ultimately, please go down, click my Twitter link. It'll be the most recent post that I have. It's gonna say Shining Hunting episode 16 viewer submissions, and go down there and drop your favorite splits of the month. Like I said, alongside your name that you'd like to go by if it's something different. And I would be more than happy to feature those in the next Shining Hunting episode. They're always recorded a little bit ahead, so I'll just have to kind of edit them in. No big deal, just a little bit more work on the back end, but like I said, not a big deal. But yeah, so let me know all that down in the comments. Also, take a minute, take a screenshot on your phone, go to my Twitter. I'm sorry it's got to be Twitter, but that's what it is. And you know, leave me your sexy splits. And so now, instead of just me having to use my imagination, I'll be able to see it. And yeah, I would love to feature it in the next episode. So as always, gang, y'all be good, y'all be safe. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Do me that solid, do me that favor. Click that like button, helps promote the video and the channel. If you're not subscribed, would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you around.